Okay, I'm starting just a few minutes early so that anybody who's just kind of ready to start joining, you want to make sure that you're ready, have everything focused. Then I'm just starting it so you have the space to do that. I'm really excited about this home reset challenge. I'm a little nervous because of all the videoing, but hopefully, I know the content was helpful to me and it's going to be helpful to you, many of you, but I want to make sure that everything goes smoothly for you guys. If you are joining in later and you're watching this video, you could probably skip a little bit ahead. I'm just gonna kind of wait for people to show up, and it might just be a little bit awkward just watching me wait, but you can if you want to. If you are watching this, don't forget about your cleaning care kit. A lot of people were wondering what a doomsday box is, and that is really just a fancy name to kind of get it in your head of what we're doing. A doomsday box is a box. It can be a basket. It can be, honestly, it could be a bag if you wanted it to, but it's just some kind of container to put all of the items that we find around the house that are in the wrong spot as far as the spaces that we're organizing in. And you just put, as you're going, you just put those items that don't belong in. So today we're starting in the bathroom. Anything that doesn't belong in the bathroom, you're going to take it and you're going to put it in your doomsday box. We're not going to deal with it today. We will deal with it at the very end of the challenge, and we'll put everything back where it goes, because at that point we would have touched most of the spaces and we'll have a spot for those items that we find around our house. So we call it a doomsday box just because it's like once you have everything in it, it will either sit there until the end of time, or it feels like dealing with the ends of times when you have to go through that box. But we're trying to maximize our 30 minutes, so we don't want to waste our 30 minutes going around the house putting it away at that exact time. We're going to actually procrastinate and do it later, but it's going to be with intentionality. We know that we're going to get to it. We're not just leaving it there to rot in the garage, which is maybe what some people do before people arrive. That might be me. Okay, let's see. I wonder how to see who's here. It says that somebody's here, but I don't know how to tell that. But hi, welcome. Hope you're ready. It's 3 o'clock. We'll give people just a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. But as you get here, I'd love to, and if you're watching the recording, I'd love for you to, say hi, maybe kind of what area you're in, how you're feeling about getting started. Let's go ahead and start building up that community, encouraging each other, letting us know, like, hey, we're in it together. We're doing it together. We all need a reset. The holidays, hopefully you haven't been overworking yourself. You've been enjoying it, spending time with family and friends, and cuddled up and, eating sweets and, just enjoying your time off, hopefully. And so now it's like, okay, we got to reset. We're going to get everything back in order. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, welcome to the Home Reset Challenge with Organized Drawer. I'm Melanie Caffey. I own the Organized Drawer. I'm a professional organizer in the greater Memphis area. I serve areas like Memphis, Carterville, Germantown, Olive Branch, Lewisburg, Hernando, South Haven, Olive Branch, everything like that. So if you get through this challenge, or maybe you're not even wanting to do the challenge, you just find yourself here on this page. If you need somebody to come and help you in a more personal way, and get your house back in order, or maybe it's just one space you just can't tackle alone, then you can message me. We can set a booking, and I can actually come to your space and organize for you. I am a mom to 4 children. I have 4 kids, 6 and under, so 6, 4, 2, and then my youngest, he's almost 4 weeks old, and we are happily married. My husband's name is Michael. He is the church plant. Oh, yay, Sherry, you did make it. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were going to get to be here on time. But we are happily married. We're doing a church plant in our area, and so we stay pretty busy. He also has another job, and so anyway, I love organizing. I love doing this. I've said it in one of my posts. I've always been an organizer since I can remember. I remember organizing things as a kid. I was the one who cleaned up. I shared a room with my little sister, and I cleaned up our room all the time. It was just something I always did. But I always had a lot of stuff, and I remember one time realizing there's got to be something different. And I started actually taking some challenges just like the one that we're going to do, and it started changing my mind shift on why I had so much stuff, and so that kind of sparked the journey for me, and then I did end up one day reading Marie Kondo's book, going through her process, and so I've gone from wanting to keep everything because I could use it for something, and then to going to like an extreme of like I just don't want anything, and then trying to find that balance of okay, where do I really need to be? You can go too far, and you can have too much stuff on the other end. So we're trying to find that balance for us personally and the freedom that it can bring. Okay, so what we're doing today, our first day, we're starting the bathrooms. The reason we're going to start in the bathrooms is because typically there's not something we are emotionally attached to in this space. Usually it's pretty cut and dry. Okay, yeah, that's expired. Okay, yeah, that's gross, or no, I never used that. It's usually an easy spot to start, and we want to gain that momentum in this challenge, okay? You never, ever, ever want to start a purging or decluttering challenge in a sentimental area, okay? Never start with photos. That should be the very last thing, because if you start there, you will never get past there. You will be stuck there looking through all the photos and wonder what happened to all your time. So we're gonna start in the bathroom, and let me get my notebook so that I know what I'm gonna make sure that I give you guys everything. Okay, the first thing that we are going to do, well, one, double check that you have your clutter cleaning kit nearby so that you're ready to go. And then the next thing that I love to do, and I don't think that you should ever skip this step, even something like the bathroom, is you're gonna set the intent of that space. And what I mean is just dream, okay? So we're in the bathroom. We are dreaming of what does a perfect morning look like, okay, using my bathroom, right? It's a very functional space. It's not meant for everybody to see. It's functional. So when we think about our space, what does that look like? Okay, what does it look like right now that you don't like about it? Are you, maybe you're brushing your teeth and you're sitting there looking, everything is gross. Is it just, you don't have time to clean it because there's so much stuff everywhere? Like for me, like that was one of the big things for me, is clutter actually keeps me from cleaning my house because I have to move everything before I can clean it. And then I've used all my time to move stuff rather than clean. So thinking about that, maybe you can't even find what you use because you're having to dig through everything, and that's causing a stressful morning. So right now we're kind of thinking about those things that don't go well, and then you're thinking about, in a dream situation, how would your bathroom function? Okay, you're getting up, you can find everything that you're looking for, everything that you love to use is in a spot, right? Everything has a spot for it. Nothing is hiding, nothing is hard to get to, nothing is hard to put back. Those are some things, at least for my dream situation of a bathroom, that's what I'm thinking, right? So for you, think about your dream routine, what that would look like, and keep that in mind. When we start decluttering, we're going for something. We have a goal. We know that if there's too much stuff in one spot, we can't get to what we need quickly enough, and that actually takes time away from our day. Okay, even if it's seconds, if we do that enough, it adds up to minutes. And I guess if we do it way too much, it adds up to hours. And we don't want to waste that time. Okay, so after we've set the intent, we're dreaming big. We're dreaming like exactly what we would want for our bathroom. Nothing falling out when we open it, things like that. Our first thing that we're going to do is sort. Okay, so we're going to, if your bathroom is big or you haven't ever purged anything and you know there's a lot more stuff, when you see my example, remember I've been doing this for years, okay? So don't get discouraged thinking, well, this is gonna take me forever because I have way more stuff. I've been doing this for years. This is a regular thing. It's not just a one and done type thing, okay? We have to manage our homes. So when you see any of my examples, don't compare your journey to my journey. Think about where you are, where you're starting, and feel excited that you are starting where you are. And one day, and even today, the progress you're going to make is already part of where you're wanting to be. Okay, so celebrate those victories along the way, and do not compare. Don't compare to other people taking the challenge. You don't know how long they've been doing this. Okay, they don't have the same struggles as you. Maybe their bathroom is immaculate, but their closet is a disaster, and your closet is fine. You don't know. Okay, so just avoid the comparison game. Let that go. Encourage each other where they are, and hopefully that'll be returned to you as well. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is sort. The big reason for sorting your items, let me see if this will like not have you guys all, let's see. Okay. All right. So these were actually the things that were around my house that are supposed to be in my bathroom, and I haven't put away because it's just, that's just what happens, right? Actually, my daughter gets on to me about my earrings. She's like, Mom, you leave your earrings everywhere. And it's true. I actually do, because the second I can take them out, I do. Aren't these cute? Look at these. My niece Haven made these. She customizes jewelry. Havenly Fireflies. If you are just interested in customized jewelry, just a little shout out. She's so cute, and she does such cute things. So anyway, okay, we're sorting. So I'm going to put all my earrings together. This is just a practice, right? Putting all my ponytail holders together. This is actually my daughter's. So this doesn't need to be in my spot. She has her own spot for ponytail holders, okay, up in her bathroom. Now I could put it here. That'd be fine. Or I could put it in my doomsday box if I do want it to go upstairs. Right now, it's fine. It can be in my ponytail holders. I'm not too worried about it. She gets ponytail holders from mine too. So I have these kind of clips. I have these kind of clips and these clips. Okay, now all of these are functional, and to me, since they're all clips, I could put these together, right? They're all the clip category, and then I have a headband that was lying around the house. Okay, so if your space, when you're working, where's your biggest issue? Okay, do you have a linen closet? My bathroom doesn't have a linen closet, okay? But if you have a linen closet and that's the area that's stressing you out the most, start there. It's okay, just start there. Or if you just want to start with one cabinet in your bathroom, I don't know how many cabinets you have. My side only has one. So I would just go through that one cabinet if it was very full and I know I only have 30 minutes, right? Or maybe it's just your makeup if it's in the bathroom. It's okay. If you have a lot more to go through, just picking a section of it to work through, okay? But what you do want to do is find everything of that item that you can and put it in a category, okay? So start getting all your makeup together. Then you can subcategorize if you want. You could put all of your eyeliner or like your eye makeup together, all your face makeup together, sorting out all of your hair stuff. I'm not a hair girl. I don't have a ton of hair stuff. I do love makeup. I've got probably more makeup than other people, okay? So that's okay. I know that I'm going to use it, right? Now there's some in there that I don't use, and I'm going to go through that in just a minute. You can kind of see what I keep and what I get rid of, just as an example. But whatever your personality is, it's okay to embrace that. We just want to make sure that that's what we're focusing on. We want to embrace the things that we love, the things that are us, the things that we enjoy in our home, and get rid of the things that are just taking up space that don't actually serve a purpose, or they don't bring that same kind of joy in our lives, yet they're taking up a lot of space in our home and preventing us from having a more functional space, okay? So it would be silly for me to have tons of hair products when I don't use them. That's taking up space that I could be using for the things I love, like makeup or headbands, because that's an easy hair thing for me. So thinking about who you are, where you are in your life, and enjoying that season and embracing it in your home is actually one of the things I love about decluttering. It's really allowed me to figure out, it's okay for me to not like all of the things that everybody else likes, and to like these things and make space for them in my home, and not worry about the other things. So I hope that can be for you. All right, so once you have done that, once you have gone through and you have sorted items and put all liked items together, now you can start ruling out, now you can start decluttering, you can start purging, or some people call it edit, okay? So right now we're doing like an SEO acronym. We're gonna sort, we're gonna edit, and then we're gonna organize. So right now we're gonna go, the next step is edit. You're gonna go through the items. When you see your items sorted, it helps you see how many you have. I remember when I did this, and I did it with pens and pencils. I got them from all over the house because they were like put in random drawers. This was early in the journey. They were just put in different drawers because it was convenient, you know, all these things. I just had them everywhere. And I realized we had so many pens and pencils. I was like, there's no way we would ever go through this many. Like, this should be for a school. That we are not a school. I mean, now we are because we homeschool, but still, we don't need that many. And so I started thinking about that, like, okay, I can get rid of these. I can donate these and give these to a school where they would actually use them. So once you see all of your items sorted, you can make decisions just based on amount. But here are some other questions I want you to ask, okay? Why did I buy this in the first place, right? So let's see. Okay, these hair clips, all right? They came in a pack of 3. This is actually the one that made me buy it. I love glitter. I love how this looked in the store, and I still love this. And it came with this one. I guess somewhere on this journey we're gonna find the 3rd one. Or maybe my daughter took it, I'm not sure. But it came in a pack of 3, and I like this one, but I can definitely tell this one's my favorite, okay? And so I bought it because it is easier. This is trending. I did buy this because it was trending, but I also do really use it. And so at this point I can decide, is it only this one that I want, or do I like having the 3? And I can make that decision, and I do actually use all 3, because like I said, I think my daughter has taken my other one, so I really only have 2. One's usually on the couch, and then one I use at bedtime. So like when I wash my face and stuff, I pull my hair back with it. It's easier than a bun or anything like that, because then I can just take it down and go to bed. So I know that I use these. So those are a keep, and I want you to kind of also hear that there's like an emotional connection to my stuff, right? Like, I'm happy about those things. I like that fits me and what I like. And so that's something that should stay. Now maybe I don't need a million hair clips like that, even if they're all cute. I could weed that out, but I'm still thinking, okay, that's something I love, right? Okay, so why did I buy this? And can you justify it still? Did you buy it because it was on sale? Is that a good enough reason to keep it? And that also probably tells us more about your shopping habits, okay? If I'm buying things on sale that I don't really need or want, maybe I should stay clear of the sale section or the clearance section for at least a while. Like, maybe we should just control what we're bringing into our home so we don't have as much to deal with in our home and on this end of things. We can control it bringing it in, because it's much harder once it gets into your home to deal with it, okay? Think about kids' toys, kids' presents. They just keep coming. They keep coming, and it's harder to get rid of them once they're in your home. Ask me how I know. Okay. Your next question to ask yourself, why, if you are having a hard time getting rid of it, why? And sit there for a second. Like actually ask yourself, why are you having a hard time getting rid of it? Because that can help us kind of see a little bit more about you. Is it difficult because you spent money on it? Actually, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We have 4 main guilt spots that we're going to talk about, okay? But that's one of the questions to ask. Why are you having a hard time? And then we'll connect to the guilt points in a minute. Do I want to keep managing it? What was it? That's one question that I use a lot, especially in the toy room. If it keeps getting out on the floor and the kids never want to pick it up and they don't even play with it, it just seems to kind of keep getting in the way, do I want to keep managing it? No, I don't. And they clearly don't want to manage it. So if I talk to them and I'm like, hey, I'm about to get rid of this item because you guys don't want to clean it up, and it looks like you don't care about this toy anymore, is that true? Would you like to donate it, or would you like to clean it up? And giving them that choice of, oh, I do still want it, yes, it's worth cleaning up, then that gives them their power, but it also allows us to kind of see what's preventing this toy from functioning here. What's the problem here? And then we start looking at something else. But why do you want to keep maintaining it? Do you want to keep managing it? Do you want to keep making space for it? Or have you just kind of become so used to having it, you haven't ever asked yourself that, okay? Next question, how difficult would it be to replace it? Okay, hair clip. Actually, I did technically spend a little bit more money on these hair clips than I typically would, but it was because of this one. I just loved it. I loved it so much. I could replace this though, right? Like if for some reason I was kind of on the fence about it, I'm like, okay, if I end up needing a new one, I could replace it. It'd be okay. It's under $25. There are more out there. I wouldn't have a hard time replacing it. Now, finding this exact sparkly one, I would have a hard time, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to get rid of it, so I'm going to keep it, right? Okay, a black headband. I really like this headband. I wear this like almost to all my jobs. But could I find another black one if I was not sure about keeping it? Yeah, I could. Okay, most of these items in the bathroom are replaceable. Oh, I will tell you. Here's an example. Okay. Actually, when my sister watches this. Okay. Ew. See, this is why we have the cleaning care kit, because this has got hair all over it. So this is actually probably expired. But this item right here is a beauty control product. My sister used to sell it, and I don't have any connections to beauty control anymore. She doesn't sell it anymore. I don't really know anybody who does. I liked getting it because my sister got a discount, like all of this stuff. I would not actually be able to replace this. This is a lip appeal thing. It's got the special balm, the special like exfoliating lip thing. I actually haven't used it because, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's expired, but it's been hard for me to get rid of because I know I can't replace it. But it's also expired, so it's kind of gross that I still have it. I'm on the fence. All right, but this is, I'm wanting y'all to see me think through it, because this is what I want you to do. I want you to start making decisions like, okay, I told you you can go too far getting rid of stuff. This is not supposed to hurt you, okay? This is not how far can you push yourself? How little stuff can you have? I'm not pushing you there. I've gone there, and there are several things that I've regretted that I got rid of during that time, okay? I'm not gonna push you there. What I am gonna push you though is really making those decisions, asking yourself the questions. And if you've asked yourself the questions and you're like, no, I really do want this item, then keep it, okay? Keep it. But if we start making that decision about everything, then we might need to dig a little bit deeper, okay? Because everything in our space is probably not in those categories, and we're gonna have to figure that out, okay? It might be a deeper problem. All right. I told you guys I would connect back to the guilt sources. So a lot of times we keep things out of guilt, and there are 4 categories of that. The first one is money. You know, we feel guilty getting rid of something we spent a lot of money on. I will show you an example of that. I have these really fancy products right here. Hair products, okay? I've already told you earlier in this video, I'm not much of a hair girl, which actually sometimes makes me spend money on hair stuff thinking that maybe I will be, right? Maybe I can make my hair look super cute, and then I will be a hair girl. And I spent a lot of money on these. And you know what? I have not used these. The one product I really did like, I think I used it all. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, I did like this one, it's almost gone. And I've stopped using it because I don't want it to be gone. But anyway, so I'm having a hard time getting rid of these. But here's the thing, I bought these with my best case scenario with my 2-year-old, when I was pregnant with my 2-year-old, or when I just had him, or with my 4-year-old. So these are either 4 years old or 2 years old. That's a long time to have these products and to not use them. So it's time for these to go because they are taking up space in my hair drawer on product that I don't even use. And so, but when I think about it, I feel guilty, right? I spent the money on that and I haven't used it. And for some reason, we keep items thinking that because we spent money on them is somehow keeping its value, but it's not. We spent our money and now we've learned. So there was the value, right? I've learned that I shouldn't spend a lot of money on a product that I don't know if I love it or not, okay? If there was a sample size, that would have been better, right? But I didn't. I made the purchase and now I've learned from it. I didn't end up using it, okay? Cut my losses. It's not making me money here. It's not saving me money here. In fact, it's actually taking away time and money because it's taking up a spot in my drawer that I don't need it to. So that's a moment where, okay, I'm keeping something out of guilt and we don't need to do it, okay? We need to learn from it and we need to get rid of the item that, like, when I look at it, that just makes me feel bad. I'm never gonna use it, okay? The other thing that is a guilt source is a gift. Somebody gave it to me, right? Somebody gave me this item. I feel really bad if I got rid of it. They were so thoughtful and sweet, thinking of me and gave it to me. What if they asked me about it and I've gotten rid of it? Well, now you're not enjoying the gift. You just feel guilty. You can't get rid of it because you feel guilty getting rid of it. And now it's no longer serving as a gift. It's serving, as a punishment almost. You're just keeping it out of force. Okay, here's the thing. More often than not, people are not going to ask you about the item they gave you. The gift was in the giving of it. They thought of you. How beautiful is that? That's what's so sweet about gifts. If your love language is gifts, my son Jude, his love language is gifts. He just brightens up because you just thought of him, and it's the perfect thing, and he just enjoys it, right? And so that is where the sweetness is, that somebody thought of you and they thought you would like that. And whether you do or don't, it's okay. They thought of you, and that was where the real love was. So you don't have to keep that item to remember that moment or out of guilt or something that you owe to them, okay? So you can get rid of those kind of items. The next thing is time or nostalgia. So sometimes we feel guilty about getting rid of an item because you've had it forever. It just kind of feels like it should stay. Or maybe it's got some kind of sentimental value. And that is either it needs to move to a sentimental space instead of taking up a daily space if you're not going to use it. So let's see, I don't have anything like that in my bathroom. But okay, let's just pretend this bow is, I wore it when I was a kid or something like that, and I just love it so much. But I don't wear it anymore because I wore it when I was a kid, and it kind of feels weird wearing it now. Well, then that is an item that I don't need in an easy, accessible space, but I can keep it in a sentimental space. Or if it's something that makes me feel guilty, like, I don't know what would make me feel guilty about this, but if it made me feel guilty keeping it, I don't need that. Like, we want to focus on the things that we love seeing. We don't need to focus on the things that we don't enjoy seeing, okay? And then the other guilt source is waste. And this is a big one, especially for crafty and creative people, especially people of my generation and a little bit older. We grew up on the recycle everything, reuse everything, save the planet, go green, all of this stuff, which those things are great. Those things are really good to do, but it has caused a big hoarding problem where people keep everything because they feel wasteful if they get rid of something. And instead of putting all of the things that they don't want either donated or in the trash, they're just filling up their home with it instead. And so that's a little bit dangerous too. You are part of the earth. So we also have to care for you and your home and your family. And so if you are basically making your home the recycle center, but you're not actually using the items either, then there's really no difference in it being in your home and being in a donation center or the landfill. You've already consumed it, right? You've already brought it in your home. It's already in existence now at this point. So now it's just making you feel guilty, like you feel like you have to because you don't want to be wasteful. And we don't want to be wasteful. But I think where we need to shift is when we're buying items. Why are we bringing in items that are not going to serve their purpose in our home? Are we wasting our money and our time then, really, instead of just maintaining it in our home and not getting rid of it, okay? So let's look at those things. If you are keeping something strictly out of guilt, out of one of those 4 categories, you can free yourself of that, okay? You really can. You can throw away items, you can donate items, and it will be okay, all right? So if you needed the space to hear that, I'm giving it to you. If you can recycle it, do that. But if it's going to take you a year to do it, it's okay. Cut your losses and start fresh, okay? Start fresh after you've done the purge, after you've done the decluttering. Okay, last step is to organize. This is my favorite part, obviously. I'm an organizer. Oh, sorry, I dropped my clipboard. All right, so this is something you need to think through carefully. Some people just start buying bins and they're not the bins that are going to fit best for them. This is also something you might get a bin that doesn't actually help you with what you're storing, and that's not going to be helpful. So let me give you an example of that. All right, I really need to go through this little cabinet here. Okay. All right, so nail polish. I told you guys I have a 6-year-old girl. How do I want, if in a dream situation, how would I want to get my nail polish out? How would I want to see it? How would I want to store it? Ideally, I'd have a cute little drawer system where I can just pull out that drawer easily and I can see them all in rainbow order and I could get out my fingernail polish easily. That's a dream situation, okay? But I'm gonna dial that back because I'm not in my dream situation yet. I'm in a realistic situation and I've gotta think, is that functional for my home and for my family? It's not. I don't want the nail polish easily accessible to everyone else in my home. So I cannot use that kind of system in the season of life, okay? I actually don't want my nail polish in something they can get into. So I've got to do something that makes it harder for everybody to get into so that I don't find nail polish everywhere around the house, okay? So this kind of container where it's actually harder to get into and it's a lid and I stack it on other things discourages the freedom of using that item. That is intentionally designed to make it harder to get into, okay? But your everyday items, you don't want to do that. You don't want lids on your items where you can't get in and put things back easily. So don't do that kind of system. So think about what you use every day. Think about what's the easiest spot in your bathroom to get it, to access it, and start thinking about how what kind of storage items allow you to do that easily. So I think I might just take my phone at this point so I can show you. Can I flip this? I can. Okay, so I do need to clean this stuff out. All right, but Q-tips I use every single day for makeup, for after the shower. This is my face wash category. I use this every single day. And this drawer, so this is right here at my spot, right? This is my bathroom spot. So I can open this drawer. I have my face wipe pads. That's what I do first. And then I do my face wash. Then I do my moisturizer, eye cream. And then this is actually one of those beauty control items that I'm not using anymore because it's expired. So look, I'm gonna throw it away. Look, I made a decision, okay? But all of these items I want easily accessible. Now these stack, I don't use cotton balls a lot. I very rarely use them, but I do use them. So I want them, but I don't need them in the easiest spot here, okay? Hair clips, that's actually where all my hair clips need to go back to, and all these ponytail holders. Oh, purchasing. Look, see? I told you guys I needed to clean stuff. Look at all that hair. Okay. I ordered these online, and these are the thick ponytail holders, and I don't like thick ponytail holders. I really like the thin ones. I tried to make them work. They don't work. I've learned something. I need to check the sizing before I order something. So actually, it's a brand new pack of thick ponytail holders. If you want those, let me know. I will give them to you. But anyway, back there, I don't use those picks a lot. Now, I would love for them to not be right here with my hair stuff, but they are covered. Like, the hair doesn't get in there. But right now, what I'm wanting you to do is thinking about, okay, if I have access to everything, what bins allow me to do that? And start from there. This is a back sock drawer. Okay. So once you've sorted your items and you're finding bins that fit and organize your stuff. So see, I just added this bin back here like this. My cute little hair clips. Okay, and look, there's room for the third one when I find it. Okay, and I do like seeing these because when I see them, one, they make me happy on a daily basis because I just really, really love bows. And then, like I said, I really like my headbands. And so I want to be able to see them and I want to be able to access them. I'll flip those around. Okay, it's actually 3:30. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to pause on going through my items. I'm going to leave space for any questions about this because this is day 1. We'll keep going tomorrow in day 2. I'll go to a couple of my other bathrooms, other spaces, and we'll keep going. But if you have questions at this point, I would love to hear them. I'd love to answer some of them live for you. I'll give just a few minutes for that if you guys want to ask. One tip I didn't say is if you do have a spouse or if you have older children, you I strongly suggest avoiding organizing their space without their permission. My husband actually, he loves that I organize things. He feels like it makes it so much easier. But there has been one time he has told me to stop. His bathroom drawer is right across from me, and he's like, Melanie, can you please stop organizing my bathroom drawer? You keep moving it, and it's already been fine. In fact, every time you do it, it's fine. But you keep doing it, and I don't know why you keep doing it. He's like, I'm happy with the way it is. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I'm an organizer, so I'm always trying to make something better. I reorganize our stuff all the time, but I don't touch his drawer anymore. Although I do think about it, but I don't, okay? Because I love my husband. And so if your spouse or if your older children aren't wanting that done, I would avoid doing it because you don't want this to cause stress in their lives. They're not on the same journey as you. So your little kids, you're maintaining all their stuff. So go at it. But I would just talk to your older kids first, and then definitely double check with your spouse if they're okay with you doing their stuff. But really use this 30 minutes to focus on your own, because I'm sure we all have enough of our own to deal with in the time frame that we're doing, okay? So anyway, that would be my last tip, so that we can keep peace in our home, because that's what we want to do. We don't want to create chaos. We want to create order. So, okay, any questions? I'm not seeing any come through. But again, I'm not the best at figuring out Facebook Live, so I can tell that a couple people are watching, but I can't tell if you have any questions. So anyway, if you're organizing while you watch the video, wonderful. I can't wait to see what you've done. If you're about to organize after you've watched the video, please, no matter what you're doing, I want to see pictures. I want to see your before pictures, and I want to see your after pictures. I want to see your progress. I want to cheer you on. I love seeing what you guys are doing. I also, if you want, when you post your picture, you can ask, like, okay, do you have an organizer idea for this, or something like that? Like, if you just need a tip on something, don't be afraid to ask. Like, that's what this is for. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to encourage you. And I want to see what you're doing, okay? So if that motivates you, like, okay, maybe she'll look at this and say, oh, these bins would work there. Just ask so that I know that that's what you want. I don't want to offend you by saying, oh, it'd be better if you did this. If you want that, let me know. But anyway, okay, that concludes day 1. I will see you again tomorrow for day 2. And I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to seeing what you've done. All right, bye guys.